I would like to remind you that today is our introductory lecture. We actually have around 160 3-hour DVD discs with video materials, with all the knowledge and with all the lectures. I'll just briefly go through the information to just show you what we work with. For example, one of our recent works touched the issue of defining the mechanism of influence of credit or loan on production process and on the ability of the person to effectively work in this world. In one of our courses, we have the technique on how to make the wish come true. It usually takes around 3 months. Its main goal is to form an image of desired object or function at point 0, and using a certain technique, begin forming the events up to the defined date. It's a technique of controlling personal life. There's a whole technique to it. The technique is going through 3 different stages. In the end, at the point 1, maybe sometime earlier, but by the theory in 3 months, you can first of all realize why it didn't happen, where the mistake was made in planning, or in 3 months or sooner you get the desired result. So there is such an energy informational technique of approaching the desired goal. It implies turning on your body so it can guide you from one event to another, so you could feel probability lines of this world. When and how you should flow from point A to point B, just like a river. Because the river doesn't usually flows straight. Sometimes it even turns back. However, through the relief of surrounding world, it eventually gets to the point 1. So to feel the relief of surrounding world, you have to turn on your body. Your one body has to desire reaching the goal, and at any free time it has to concentrate on the goal and go forward and forward. The body in this world has to direct you towards the realization of the goal. Now, if you get alone to fulfill your wish or desire that you wish today, and you want to purchase something but you don't have money for it, and about the fact that you should live within your means, you forgot. And the loaners was no interest whatsoever. Just sign over here and take the money. That's what temptation is in the world. So you get the loan, you already fulfilled your wish or desire. It is easy to get a loan. As far as I remember, you can buy a car in 1 hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So you got the loan and you use it to buy the car. You drive it and you get pleasure from it. But now, there is a trick to it. Now all your thoughts are directed towards past, to the destruction zone. And if we talk about the fact that a person is happy when he's producing something, creating something, and when he's protecting something, he's experiencing destructive emotions. He's already using something. He's afraid that it would be taken away from him. All of this happens on the subconscious level. In this situation, the further the person is from the time the object was bought, the process of paying back the money gets more and more painful, since you are paying for the thing that you are already using. It is against the nature. So the creative essence of a person, the vertical one, is there only when a person is happy. That's the trick. So if a person is playing, if he fluffs his emotional shell, the one we are going to talk about soon, then the surrounding nature helps the person to achieve desired goal. Just wait a little bit, starve a little bit. Full belly neither fights nor flights well. You already feel well. Where and why should you move? Only through fear and only through beating you move. Otherwise, bad repo guys will come and take away everything. That's the way the whole Western world lives. They live with crazy psychosis, with mad earnings by psychotherapists, with the fact that as a rule they don't really own anything. Everything that they use or have was already used as a collateral, and sometimes more than one time. And of course there is no pleasant outcome. So that's the trick. From the standpoint of nature, the loan to fulfill personal needs is a sin. It kills creative essence of the person. It is a sin that complicates the movement of a person in the surrounding world. It kills his or her intuition. Because by fearing, one can really make a mess. Brain zones can create monsters. At the same time, when you know that the time of waiting is not that long, you just need to wish using a certain technique. Not to wish 300% at once, but 30% and in successive steps. So the goal is divided into specific stages that are achievable and possible to plan. You just have to be active as well, yes? What if the goal is to pay back the loan? Is it possible then? Only in the case when you're buying means of production. Only in this case it will work. Only in this case. You can think whatever you like. What really works is achieving freedom through creative essence. Only this really works. Trying to strive little by little is possible. The whole Western world lives using this principle. But the quality of life is impaired. People are not free. They can get lots of loans, and in the end, they just would not be able to pay them off. The fear of losing the job, the fear of losing ability to work is very destructive, and people get neurosis. Statistics of the United States says that people who work under stress turn to doctors 12 times more than others. Just like that. There is constantly something wrong with them. I am saying that yes, there is a way out. Unfortunately, I don't know the statistics in our country. People who have outstanding loans visit doctors more often. I believe that. Because there are objective laws that work. I can show them in a graph. There is a concept of natural sin, and there is a concept of normal work. The model of living within your means is a very good one in this case. So the knowledge of chronal processes, the knowledge of energetics of the processes, saves one from being sucked in something bad. At the same time, it will answer the question, if you take a loan to help realize your creative essence, when you combine your thoughts with the one who is financing you, then you're implementing energy informational law. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, in the name of verticality, there am I in the midst of them, and shall they receive whatever they ask for, in the limits of the set urgent task in the battle. That's the situation. So by just knowing the rules of energy informatics, you interact well with the surrounding world. You're not doing things that will slow you down. You are doing things that you can. In this situation, you launch natural forces, so there is a win-win situation. You achieve the state of harmony eventually.